Hey you, yes you, see all these wonderful people right here? They are my Patreons. With the support I get from them, I can afford to do my passion as a career and bring you guys weekly videos. Want to join them? For just $1 a month, you can get videos 24 hours before anyone else. And for even higher tiers, you can get Polaroids, letters, and mystery boxes from me to you. And even fursuit parts, not to mention my eternal thanks. So what are you waiting for? Become a Patreon today via the link in the description. Thanks again, enjoy the video. Alright, welcome to a very special tail tutorial, how I make my no foam wiggle tails. This is a very overdue tutorial as I filmed this originally 3 months ago and then lost the footage. Now I've refilmed it and we are ready to go. Start by drawing out your pattern. This is the general shape you want. I find this style works best for domestic canine characters, such as in this case, a blue heeler. Perhaps she will look a bit familiar. Draw on the markings and write down the fur direction of each piece and its colour. I like to number my pieces if you're doing a tail with more than 4 pieces. I'm making 4 as this is for my convention table stock, but I'm assuming you'll probably only be making 1. Then cut out your pattern and separate each marking. Trace each piece onto the furs twice, flipping for the second time you trace the piece. Taking careful note of the fur direction. Cut with seam allowance. How much you cut is up to you and your confidence on your sewing machine. If you're hand sewing this, however, leave about less than half a centimetre, you really don't need much. Pin or clip the pieces from one side together and sew using a straight stitch. If your machine struggles to take fur, try a longer stitch length. Repeat on the other side, although make sure you sew it together correctly, unlike me, who has to unpick and resew the piece because I had a big brain moment. Hey, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing a fursuit giveaway and big celebration at 100k, so be sure to hit subscribe and ding that bell to be notified when I make a new video. Now we need to clip both sides together and sew along the edge, leaving the base open. Now it's time to create the belt loops and base. Draw a flat-topped circle around the size of your tail base hole. You can use maths to get it exact, but guesstimating works just as well in my opinion. Split the circle so that the top section is as tall as you want your belt loops to be. Cut from a thick, non-stretch fabric. as well as a rectangle that will form your belt loop. Fold it in half to check it's going to fit between your semicircles with about 1 centimeter on each side. Sew down the end of the rectangle to make a tube and turn right side out. Sandwich this between the semicircles and sew. Trim the excess and clip this into the base of the tail, with the top of the belt loop in the top of the tail. Sew it closed. Next, cut out some EVA foam the same size as your tail base. I'm cutting 4 because I'm making 4 of these tails, but you will only need 1. Glue onto the base of the tail, trying to smooth out the fabric at the back as much as you can. Unpick a hole just large enough for your base to squeeze through and turn inside out. Now begins the most essential part of this tail style, stuffing and weight. How smoothly and how much your tail wiggles depends on how much you stuff it and where. Generally you want a firm base stuff which gets thinner as you get towards the tail tip. I do a bit of pre-stuffing and then prepare my weight. I'm using taped together marbles for this, but I prefer using metal nuts from the hardware store, but you can use whatever works for you. I taped 5 together and put it in the tip of the tail, checking the stuffing and the wiggle. I decided it wasn't heavy enough and add 2 more to the weight, constantly testing the movement and adjusting the stuffing as needed. I sew the hole closed with a blanket stitch, and then we are done! The easiest wiggle tail method I know of. It's awesome to add a little bit more motion to your character. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave any questions or comments you may have down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.